Today we're going to talk about things that my first job taught me. Hey guys, my name is Sonali and this is Sonali the Entrepreneur. Today I have a very special topic for all of you guys. Most of my audience is from the younger side. They are either in school, college, or just starting off their first job, or maybe a couple of very beginning years into their job. So, in the age group of say like 15, 16 to around 23, 24 ish, right? And to them, I think most of these guys have a big problem related to career and jobs and employment in general. So I thought I'll just make a video and create a content related to the things that I've learned in my first job and the things that I wish someone would like kind of explain it to me. Or usually I was a very curious person. I would always ask other people, how was your first day, or tell me the experiences that you had, so that I could get all the knowledge and try to carve my own way through it. So this is just that kind of a content where I help you with my own experiences and hopefully make your job journey much smoother. First point I want to discuss in this video is that job life is a whole new ball game. Forget whatever happened in school, forget whatever happened in college, in your university, anywhere, okay? Job sector is a completely different ball game. And over here, if you have to sustain, if you have to survive, the only thing that will get you through is a learner's mindset. You have to be willing to learn all throughout. You cannot say that I have a degree or I got this one so marks and so don't tell me what to do. That kind of attitude will land you up out of the job, right? So the first thing to always understand is this is a new arena that you're stepping into, a new game. So first few years you have to learn the rules of the game. After that you can try mastering it. Don't go and walk like a heavyweight champion, not even winning one match, right? So learner's mindset. The second thing which I learned from my first job was to keep my emotions aside. Usually what happens that, for example, if I had given a design, I was in a designing field, that was my first internship, and if I was to submit a design when I was in the university learning how to design, if my teacher would not like my design, I had the kind of the privilege and that kind of communication, that kind of rapport with my teacher, that I could ask him, why don't you like my design, or just have this healthy and friendly conversation. But when it comes to the job sector, I think putting your emotions on the line is a very bad mistake that most of us make. I made the same mistake. I've seen a lot of other people make the same mistakes. There's a reason it's called a professional life, which means that you have to be professional. And by professional, I mean you cannot have your own emotions in that. You cannot think a lot with your heart. You have to think logically, practically. Even if things get rejected, you have to take it like a spoon. The third thing which I learned from my first job was that your colleagues are not your best friends. Okay, so this is a big deal, big deal. We come fresh off the boat, fresh from college, and we feel that we have this newfound energy. We want to befriend everybody. We want to make BFFs, new BFFs in office. Sometimes, rarest of rare case, it works. Most time it doesn't. If you have seniors, everybody has their own agenda in the workspace. Most people are there to climb the ladder themselves. They're not there to pull you up. You have to find your own ladder. You have to climb your own ladder. If you don't have a ladder, make your own ladder. So there's no hand holding. And when there's no hand holding, there's no BFFs. Okay, and sometimes there are office politics. So in that, if you have a so-called BFF, it could very well be that that person is setting your ass on fire. It happens that way. Like I said, don't put your emotions on the line. So keep your office colleagues are your colleagues. They are not your best friends. They are not your whatever family members and your backbones and stuff like that. Keep it to the office. Keep it as a colleague. The fourth and very important thing, I won't say I learned it, but I understood the importance of it. It was to be kind and polite to everybody. Usually the people who are polite are only polite to a handful of people. From people they want something, right, in return. Maybe the boss, the senior, the leader, so on and so forth. But I've seen most people don't talk to the receptionist, they don't talk to the coffee boy, they don't talk to the peon. And for me, these guys are my number one priority. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of psychology factors over here, but first, being kind and polite is just a good thing to do. It's just something that every one of us should have. And kindness and politeness should not come based on someone's bank account or someone's position or someone's power. It should come naturally. And the second thing is like, these guys are the most trusted and loyal guys to the company, right? And if you sometimes need a favor, if you sometimes need an inside news or a heads up, these guys will help you. So always be kind to everybody, especially three people: receptionist, peon, and coffee boy. And the fifth and the most important thing that I learned the hard way while working on my first job was, be ready to do work out of your KRA. KRA is key responsibility areas. Initially, when you start your internship or when you start your first job, you will know that, okay, I have these set things to do, and you'll have the mindset of, I'm going to do all of these only. But when you actually step into the real world, you will be asked to do a lot more than just that. That will stay. It's not going to get replaced. That will stay. You have to do a lot more, and usually those tasks don't even make sense, right? But you have to do it because that is your time to grind. That is your time to learn. Don't argue. Don't say that, how are you making me do this? It's not on my KRA. Nobody cares. Do what's been asked for you to do. Okay. So those are the 5 vital lessons I learned from my first job. If you have already gone to your first job, let me know in the comment section below, what did you learn from your first job? And if you're just freshly starting your college or internship, let me know if this content helped you and kind of gave you some clarity. If you have any questions related to this, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm very active there. I'm also available for one-on-one paid coaching. That's also one of the things that I do nowadays. And I'm very pleased to announce that by the end of 2020, I'll be announcing a couple of courses for you guys, for the college going kids and the young adults, young professionals. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.